Hey everyone, welcome back to Every Version Ever. My name is Jonathan North, and today I wanted to do a brief intro to the next series on the podcast to let you know what I'm planning and what you can expect for the next few weeks. So as you can tell from the title, the next book I'll be doing is The Wizard of Oz, or more specifically, the work of L. Frank Baum. I could just focus on The Wizard of Oz, but Baum wrote a lot more stories set in Oz, and a bunch of other writers continued his work after his death, so I wanted to kind of sample everything. Since the beginning of cinema, literally since the silent movie age, people have been making films and TV shows set in Oz. These stories have taken inspiration not just from The Wizard of Oz, but all of Baum's work, and sometimes it's hard to tell where one story ends and another begins. The Land of Oz is such a huge well to draw from that I didn't want to limit this series to only the main book. So anytime that I cover The Wizard of Oz on the podcast, just know that we'll be covering any number of books, depending on which movie or TV show we're talking about that week. Now, for those of you who followed my work since before this podcast was a thing, you'll remember that I had a series focused on The Wizard of Oz last year in October. I started a series on iHeart Movies that I'd called Oztober, where I covered a whole bunch of different Oz adaptations all month long in October. I don't know that I'll do that every year, but I thought since I did that last year, I might as well bring it back this year. And of course, since this is a new podcast, I want to make sure new listeners get a chance to hear the original episodes too. So in addition to at least 2 brand new episodes, I'll be sharing a few from last year as well. Now, as you may have noticed, due to real-life delays beyond my control, we're already over halfway through October, so Oztober doesn't have a whole lot of time to get a decent run. But since I know I won't have time to release every episode from last year, and since I have a bunch of brand new episodes planned that I know I won't have time to get to either, I'm thinking that sometime in the first half of 2021, we'll do another run of Oz episodes, even if it's not Oztober. Who says I have to follow my own rules anyway? So for the very first episode on Every Version Ever, we're going to be revisiting the very first episode I made for iHeart Movies, in which I was joined by Eli Sanza to talk about the original 1939 MGM version starring Judy Garland. So stay tuned, there's lots of exciting content coming, and we'll see you soon for Oztober on Every Version Ever. Thanks for listening.